before we say die. Here we are, killing ourselves a little. We just need one more hit, and we might just live forever. Oh, here we are, we're going down with this.
Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. In this episode of our second season in career mode, we are going to be completing race 13 of 36, which is going to be at the Monster Mile, Dover International Speedway for the MBNA Armed Forces Family 400. In the last episode, we went to Lowe's Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600, where I finished in 18th place. I got my top 20. I met my expectations of my sponsorship, the primary UAW, but I made it up to like 10th place. I'd started well. I was just passing cars. I was doing a great job. The only reason why I finished 18th instead of like getting a top 10 possibly was the pit crew making mistakes like always. It's like at this point, I have great cars, they're really getting there, but the pit crew, I can't get it to actually improve. They're not providing me the options for better pit crew. I keep checking, but it never comes around. Ryan Newman got his second win of the season at Lowe's Motor Speedway. He got his first one at Atlanta, so I guess he's just good at 1.5 milers this season. Tony Stewart is now 29 points in front of Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon has been up and down right now, just trying to catch him. I don't know if that's going to happen. Wanting Bobby Labonte to make a comeback and win this championship, but Mark Martin couldn't do it, so who knows what's going to happen at this point. I mean, I like Tony Stewart, but I don't really know if I want him to win both of the seasons that I don't win in my career mode. We are now in 17th place in the points standings. I think we just lost a position to Bill Elliott or whoever. Jeff Burton is 1 point behind me, and Bill Elliott is only 10 points away, so that's one of my main goals going to Dover is just to beat Bill Elliott, stay in front of Jeff Burton if that's possible. You know, finish in the top 20, which should be possible because last time we went to Dover was the very first race with this primary sponsorship, and I finished 24th there. So as long as the pit crew doesn't make mistakes, we've got a really fair chance of beating the expectations this time. Jeff Green is pissed because he was being a huge roadblock at Lowe's Motor Speedway. He really ticked me off massively for the first time this career mode season. Michael Waltrip, Jamie McMurray, Ricky Craven. I keep getting Jamie McMurray's name wrong. I mean, he doesn't matter, so I mean, in reality it did at this point in time, but I guess his career is falling apart way earlier than it did in reality at this point. One thing that I wanted to do that I forgot to do at the end of the last video because I didn't notice is go into the garage and build a new chassis because that's an option now. Granted, I don't have that much money in the bank right now because I've been spending so much with the new shop additions and everything for the engine dyno that's going to be coming in 5 races. But let me go ahead and put it on $139,000 in 9 races. We'll have a 67 tire grip and a 67 tire wear chassis, which is the best it's ever been, and I think that's top 10 tier equipment, so really looking forward to getting that. But that's a whole quarter of the season away now that I've bought it. This is what we're going to the next race with right here, a fresh chassis, a fresh engine, and I think our body is used, but still got like a 61 downforce, which is very important going to Dover. But let's get out of here, go to race weekend, click select my equipment, but I can't speak the English language. Got a car rating of 63. It isn't very often that high. I think the highest I've had before is 62. I don't know if I've been to 63 before, but let's just get qualifying at the Monster Mile. Last time I came here, I think I just used the default setup with lower PSI just so I'd have a car that gripped better at the start of the race whenever we're all having the cars packed together. Just use this warm-up lap so I can know what kind of Dover this is in this game, but I made my adjustment to be 15 PSI for qualifying. We'll turn it back up to 20 again after we're done. I just want to have a really short run car right now. Get a bit stiff in the center, but I think I'd still go faster in the corner and just hold the brakes a little bit longer. How was that first lap? 25th. It's on the inside, but it's not meeting expectations, and I really want to get that $127,000 bonus from Coca-Cola. Like, they're all in the back of my car, and this is what they're here for. Well, I mean, even if I don't meet these expectations, they'll still be here. It's just I want that bonus that badly. That was a 22.52 or 53, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully this was a little bit better. 22.4, I don't think that's going to be enough. 21st, golly. Tight lap times at this frickin' track. We're starting on the inside. I'm getting hiccups from drinking Pepsi, which is over there. But yeah, I don't think it's possible to get a top 15 in this car yet, as far as qualifying goes. I mean, the fact that I couldn't get a top 20 right there in qualifying, just right, in qualifying, I don't know if it's going to be possible to get a top 20 in the actual race. Ryan Newman starting on the pole next to Jeff Gordon, so maybe Ryan Newman's trying to go back-to-back, though this is not a 1.5 mile track, so I don't know the odds of that. Jeff Burton, who's behind me in the points, starting right next to me. We're going to be moving forward throughout the beginning of this race, you know that much, so that's a good sign. We'll just put him behind us and try to keep him behind us. My car is getting tight at the start of the race. That is very saddening. But Jeff Burton got put in the wall, and I didn't even touch him, so that's the bright side of things. It's very tight right now. I need to adjust the fact that we have higher tire pressure. I put it back like I said I would. A bit of a run off of turn 4. So I did lose any positions on the first lap. I'll start gaining positions now. Okay, Sterling Marlin, you can't just go changing lanes once I'm entering the freaking corner. I hate how the AI are programmed in this damn game. You go to Dover, and they just like shifting from the second lane to the first lane whenever it's clear that you're going to be making a pass. But at the same time, he was checking up big time. There was nothing I could have done to avoid that. Just got big runs, and I got to do stuff with them. Okay, so we're going to pass on Greg Biffle and Michael Waltrip going to turn 1. Once you're already completely underneath them going to a corner, they sit there and hold their line, but they'll cut you off every single time just because of how they're programmed. And I'm not trying to hit Michael Waltrip. I'm trying to pay attention to the smoke on the backstretch, and I don't even know where that came from. I don't think I caused that. Someone just overheated over there. It's, is that Bill? Yeah, it's Bill Elliott. Well, there you go. I just got 16th place in the point standings. That is completely confirmed. Unless Jeff Burton finishes in front of me, of course. We're catching these guys. I don't think I need to make a cut from this point on because we're getting really freaking close. If I don't hit the wall off turn 2, golly, that's Dover for you. Hitting the wall off of turns 2 and turn 4. I think turn 2 is harder in this game, to be honest, because I feel like turn 4 is wider at this track because it just does get wider off of turn 4 at Dover in this game. My voice is falling into an abyss. That's not good, man. I don't know if you guys heard that well, but golly, I saw that one going. Okay, so we're at 16th, and we've got a couple cars I can pass in front of me. I don't know anybody else in front of them because it's just a really tight race car. I mean, I could turn the PSI down, but then they'd wear down and be even tighter than this at the end of my second run. Can I get underneath Jody Nemechek? He's not cutting me off like Sterling Marlin did. See, I guess it was just a Sterling Marlin thing because Jody Nemechek didn't do it. Maybe it was partially my fault for even trying to make a pass, but, you know, God forbid I try a racing in a NASCAR game. Okay, got a good run off of 4. We're going to pass Jody Nemechek, and into the top 15 we go. I wish I could have qualified here, but that didn't happen. Okay, we're catching Ricky Craven. This might happen. Let me just fast forward to that. Oh my goodness, so tight up turn 4, but we caught Elliott Sadler, and Ricky Craven's trying to get away from us too, but to make that pass. Wasn't I passing both Elliott Sadler and Ricky Craven at the same time whenever I went to Charlotte? Now I'm kind of doing the same thing here. Elliott Sadler pounds the outside wall for good measure. Good on you. Gotta put some M&Ms, leave a mark right there. Now I gotta track down Ricky Craven. That's what I was initially doing, but he's fast. And I guess Elliott Sadler was just slowing him down. Golly, Cards doesn't want to start arcing back down off the corner. And I was catching him for a little bit. At first I thought it wasn't possible because my car's tires were just wearing down so much. But at this point, Sterling Marlin's back to kick my ass because I'm just a little city boy. He's a farmer boy. Yeah, he knows what's real. Even though he's the one that decided to come down on me on the freaking second lap of the race. But I thought it was possible to get around Ricky Craven. It's just, yeah, these tires are going to wear down faster than they would on like 25 PSI, the default setup for the game, just because, you know, it's lower pressure, so it wear down faster. But people are starting to take pit stops now, and I'm just trying to keep it off the wall. I remember last time we came here, I hit the wall with like, just before I took my pit stop, just because of how bad tire was, and I think our tires don't wear down as much this time by a little bit, because of the improvements made since then, obviously. But I don't know if we'll be able to keep it off the wall before pit stops. I don't want to wait until like lap 20 so I can really balance my my pit strategy and have the same amount of grip in the second run. Why is my voice so freaking dry right now? Going down pit road this time. Slow it down to 70. Don't spin the car on entry. And that was a beautiful pit road entry. At least in my opinion. I don't care about your opinion. Mine's the only one that matters because it's my content and I'm so egotistical and such a piece of shit. We get 4 tires, full tank of fuel, no repairs necessary. I really kept this car clean. Aside from the situation with Sterling Marlin, that's really all about it. I bumped into Michael Waltrip too, and where those tire marks probably came from. Actually, I don't know where those tire marks came from because that's the same place I hit Sterling Marlin. But no mistakes, guys. You just do your job. Do your job. Change the tires, put the fuel in, and do it right. They did it. How fast is this? 16.4 seconds. That is a good pit stop. That is an actual good pit stop. And I'm coming off pit road outside the top 20, but could have been much worse. Okay, I'm going to get back on the track, probably slow down all these guys behind me because I'm such a fucking dickhead. And maybe we'll pass some people back as they're taking their pit stops a little bit later than us. Okay, coming across the front straightaway, this is it. Yep, we're getting back into the top 20 just like that. Looks like it's going to be 15th. I was at 13th before I took my pit stop, so I only lost 2 positions. 16.4 seconds. That's probably the best pit stop I've ever had with these guys. But I still want to get rid of them because they keep on making mistakes, and it's bound to happen again. Don't get me wrong, great pit stop, but you guys, you need to go. I have come up upon lap traffic. Hermie Sadler. Sucks that it's not the 2 car, instead it's the O2 car, so that's just very disappointing. Stop racing me. Go back, get back there and hold up Matt Kenseth. I cannot believe I'm getting outrun by a lapped car right now. I don't need this shit. I've probably been trying so hard to just run down Rusty Wallace and get up to 14th place to the point where my tires are so worn I can't keep up with a freaking lapped car. But once I get past him, then I guess we'll have something in between me and Matt Kenseth, who's been all over my ass for like the past several laps. Jeff Burton is not all a problem, but yeah, I guess Matt Kenseth took his pit stop a lot later. So now he's trying to climb his way back to the field. And I'm getting in his way, because that's what I always do. Not an appropriate entry for the corner, but I'm too busy commentating and trying to get past the lap car to even bother. Okay, we got 2 laps to go. Guess I'm not going to be making any cuts, but here's my attempt to keep Matt Kenseth behind me. It sucks that I just couldn't catch those 3 guys up there. It used to be 2, but now it's freaking 3. It was Rusty Wallace, Kurt Busch, and I guess Sterling Marlin, but I don't know who. And now I've got freaking Ward Burton that's coming up behind me and Matt Kenseth. That's an interesting driver to see making his way through the field. It's just so freaking tight. The tires are so worn from me just trying to push myself to catch those guys. One more little lap. We could do this. Okay, let's just focus. Damn, sun glares in my eyes. Just side by side behind me. They're just waiting for me to slip up. No you don't. No, you don't, Ward Burton. No, Matt Kenseth. I could do this. I could do this. Pull that inside lane. There we go. We're going to finish 15th here at Dover International Speedway. The fact that I finished 18th at Lowe's Motor Speedway whenever that track is easier than this one for me is kind of sad. But Ryan Newman, he does indeed go back-to-back. Tomorrow we go to Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500, race 14 of 36, which is a race that you guys should be really looking forward to. You probably don't exactly know why I'm saying that, but you will if you watch the video tomorrow. You'll know why you should be looking forward to it. It's a very important race in the season. Most important one in the entire season. That's probably too big of a hint. But yeah, Ryan Newman now has 3 wins. The first driver to get 3 wins in this season. So yeah, finally, it's like we're starting to get winners winning multiple races and stuff. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. still hasn't won a race yet, which is weird because he was running pretty well last season, winning races and stuff. I think Dale Earnhardt Jr. got the most wins last season. But Tony Stewart is now up to a 61-point lead. Jeff Gordon must have not finished very well in that race at all. I don't even know if I'd probably finish in front of him because I was up there in 15th. Yeah, it's too late to look through the results now, but whatever. Ryan Newman's in 3rd place. Can Ryan Newman win this championship? I don't know. Probably not Bobby Labonte, but where are we now in point standings? I'm guessing, yep, up to 16th place. We're 30 points away from Michael Waltrip, so I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Unless he doesn't run very well at Pocono, and I'm capable of running well at Pocono, so who knows. And then you've got the driver spec levels. Michael Waltrip don't like me. Sterling Marlin, I don't like you. You dink dog came down on me. And Jeff Green's getting over himself. A lot of awards. I usually don't look at this stuff. Pole award, front runner. Yeah, it just makes sense. He was just dominating that race. And Dale Jarrett had the fastest lap. I guess he probably finished like in the top 5 or something. I think I saw him up there. He probably could have won the race if he had enough time. Let's get out of here. I've got some stuff to do in team management. I think I've got like a couple overhauls to do, and that's probably about it. In 4 races, our shop edition will be here, the Engine Dyno. Really looking forward to this. Adding 10 power. Golly, that's probably going to get me up into the 70s finally. Okay, so this right here, I'm going to go ahead and overhaul because we have 8 races left until the other chassis comes around. I need to get this over with because we're going to be using the other one whenever we go to Pocono. I'll get these ratings to 62. So in 2 races, $222,000. Oh my goodness, that's almost half of my bank account. And I think like another half of it's going to go away whenever I go over here to the bodies and get an overhaul done on this. I think that's necessary just because we're going to be getting the drafting from 58 to 61. That is a 3% gain. I think I should be able to afford this, right? $197,000. Once again, I'm going to have less than $100,000 in my bank account, even less than I did last time, I think. Now we're down to $82,000. It's like every time I fall beneath $100,000 at this point, it's lower. So at this rate, I can see bankruptcy incoming. But the reason why I decided to do that for the bodies is because in one race, this is going to arrive. 63 downforce and 58 drafting, which is kind of sad because that's being built. This is being overhauled and it's going to be better than that. But I mean, it's still going to be better than what we're about to use in the next race, which is this right here. Like, this is the only fresh thing that we have. The reason I decided to overhaul that is just because once we've used this one time, we're going to get rid of it. This will be done one race after that, and we'll be using this one whenever it's done with and everything. So we're just going to use this, get rid of it, and I had to overhaul this because I knew it had more potential. But let's go ahead and check out the sponsorship stuff. I'm having problems speaking English. Oh shit. Happiness is up to 68%. Keep getting them top 20 finishes, of course. Couldn't get qualifying spot in the 15th place, and like you can see, I really missed out on that $172,000 bonus. I thought it was 127, but I'm dyslexic, so yeah, there we go once again. I can't speak this language. And then my bonus for the associate Coca-Cola is much, much lower. But yeah, we're ranking freaking 16th place in the points thing, so I don't have to worry about losing the sponsor or not getting the bonus right here. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at Pocono. That's that, and episode over.